Hello, sports fans and baseball fans. It's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, and as we close in on this holiday time, beginning with Thanksgiving a little later this week, and by the way, I want to remind everybody I've got a Thanksgiving Day football game, 1972. It's going to be the Vikings of 1972 against the 72 Dallas Cowboys, and that'll be up on Thanksgiving Day first thing in the morning. You heard it here first, but, well, maybe you didn't hear it here first. I probably leaked it out somewhere else before. But to fill some time here, we are going to put up a baseball game for today on this Saturday before Thanksgiving. And today it's going to be the 1982 Oakland Athletics against the 1982 Texas Rangers. And I will be taking the Rangers. The pitching matchup today, and, as Kurt Bergland likes to say, this is bad baseball. The pitching matchup today is going to be Steve McCatty on the mound for the A's, and we will have Steve Comer going up for us. The lineup for the visiting A's will be Rickey Henderson in left field, Dwayne Murphy in center, Dan Meyer at first base, Tony Armas in right, Wayne Gross at third base, Jeff Burrows at DH, who I believe was a rookie with the Texas Rangers, Davey Lopes at second, Mike Heath at catcher, and Fred Stanley at shortstop. For our Texas Rangers, and I better change that to computer, make sure he does the... For our Texas Rangers, we're going to have George Wright in center, Billy Sample in left, Buddy Bell at third, Dave Hostetler at first, Larry Parrish in right, Lamar Johnson, I'm thinking that might be at DH, Jim Sundberg at catcher, Mike Richert at second, and Bucky Dent at shortstop. So let's get on with it. Now I'm going to apologize here. I just have stock photos right now at the moment because I did something where I moved photos around from this program to get player photos into Action PC Baseball, and I guess it took out all of the photos, like took them out of the folder. I really only meant for it to transfer, like copy them. So I had to end up putting a default batter photo in the file just so that I don't get a little warning box every time a new batter comes up telling me that I don't have a player photo to go with. And so now that I have bored you thoroughly with that, we will get on with the game. I will probably fix that photo problem at some point in the future when I have time to do it. But we got Rickey Henderson right now going up against our man Steve Comer. And I got my photo out of the way, my picture, my whatever video of me up here in the corner, out of the way of the cards so you can see the cards. Dwayne Murphy is up with Henderson aboard. Now I am going to, we are going to hold. No, we were holding. All right, so I guess it's on automatic hold. So Dwayne Murphy is up, and we're going to throw for him because, nope, didn't get him. Didn't think I would. And Dwayne Murphy is up. And he is going to ground it to second, which should move Henderson to third, and it does. So Dan Meyer is up with one away. We'd like to see Comer maybe strike Meyer out. That does not happen, however. And it's going to be an infield single for Meyer to add insult to injury, bringing the run home. And so Tony Armas is up with Meyer aboard, and he singles right up the middle. Comer is getting his butt handed to him immediately. Wayne Gross is up. Wayne Gross, a big walking guy, but not big on the actual hitting. And he shows it there. He's done, and you've got Jeff Burrows up. And Jeff Burrows is going to strike out and leave two men on, and the A's struck for one in the first. We go to the bottom of the first with our man George Wright up at the plate. And George Wright is going to pop out. At first I thought maybe he could get that at least into the gap, but no. And so Billy Sample's up with one down. And Billy Sample is going to walk. And that brings up Buddy Bell. And Buddy Bell strikes out. So there's 2 down quickly for Texas with a man aboard and Dave Hostetler, the batter. Big Dave Hostetler singles up the middle, and we've got 2 on ourselves. But Larry Parrish is up. Let's see if Larry Parrish can knock in the run, because we don't have a run yet. The A's managed to score one. And that might be at least a double. And it is, and we're not going to send that runner because he's only a 1-11. So we did tie the game, and now Lamar Jets, exactly who it is, Lamar Johnson of the 79 White Sox, or 79 White Sox fame. But they threw him out, and so now it is a tie game going to the top of the 2nd inning. And that brings up Davey Lopes, who was previous on the LA Dodgers, but went to the Oakland A's near the end of his career. Mike Heath is up. Good catcher for the A's for many years. He gets a single, and that does bring up Fred Stanley. And Fred Stanley is going to, not a double play. I don't think it's a double play. No, it is not. It was a fielder's choice, and so Tricky Ricky is up. And that will be an out, and that is. And so we got Jim Sundberg as our leadoff batter here in the 2nd inning of a 1-1 game. And he is going to strike out. And Mike Richert is up. And he's going to look like pop out to Stanley for the 2nd out. And that brings up Buck Dent. And Bucky Dent's going to strike out. Now, Dwayne Murphy is going to lead off for the A's and leading off in the top of the 3rd inning. As Comer is out there locked in a 1-1 game trying to get us through this. And that's going to be a great play and an out. And Dan Meyer is up with 1 down here in the 3rd. He has a hit today. He's 1 for 1, and he is out. And that brings up Tony Armas, who is also 1 for 1 today. The A's, so far, not doing too badly at the plate. But he's out, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning with George Wright batting for us. And that's going to be a pop-out. And Billy Sample is up. Billy Sample up with 1 down, and it looks like he is going to fly out to Murphy. No, it's not. Might be stretched to a double. 75% chance. I'm going to take it. Yes. So that was a double to center field. Murphy misplaying the ball, and that brings up Buddy Bell. And Buddy Bell is going the other way, but he will be flying out to Armas. I'm going to try to advance to 3rd on a 70% chance, and they gun him. They gunned him. I should not have done that. You never want to make the 1st or the 3rd out at 3rd base, and I did that. Wayne Gross is the batter here in the top of the 4th to lead off the 4th, and he gets an out. So Hostetler plays the ball and gets flips it to Comer, and Burrows gets a hit up the middle. That's his first hit of the day with Davey Lopes up. Man aboard, 1 down here in the 4th. And he gets a hit up the middle. And so 2 on with Mike Heath, the batter, and Comer. Comer going back to his 1st inning debacle problems, and that is going to be a double play, and it gets him out of it. So we did manage to escape that, and Hostetler comes up. He's 1 for 1 on the day so far here in the bottom of the 4th of a 1-1 game between the 1982 Texas Rangers and the 1982 Oakland A's. Larry Parrish is up, and Larry Parrish is going to rip it between short and 3rd for a base hit. He is aboard with Lamar Johnson up. And there is only one out here in the bottom of the fourth. And Lamar Johnson, is that a double? No, it's caught. Henderson got to it. Henderson or Murphy, one or the other. Let's see. Does it say? Well, anyway. So McCatty is out there. He's dueling with Comer, keeping it even at 1. And that's going to be a ground out to Stanley. We're out of the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Fred Stanley up in a 1-1 game. And that's going to be a hit between short and third. And Ricky Henderson is up. Ricky Henderson's going to hit that thing down the line. No, he's out. Is he out? He's out. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Billy Sample making that play. I mean, he was a good outfielder, but I didn't think he was that good. Dwayne Murphy. And Dwayne Murphy looks like he's going to ground out to Dent. So that brings up Mike Richard for us in the bottom of the 5th. And Mike Richard looks like he might fly out to Dwayne Murphy, although I don't want to say that for sure because the last time I thought that, it was a double. Bucky Dent up. Bucky Dent is going to line out hard to Stanley at short, and George Wright is the batter with 2 down here in a 1-1 game in the bottom of the 5th, and he gets a base hit up the middle. These two teams were not very good. Both won, I think, in the 60s. One had maybe 68 wins and the other maybe 66, something like that. Billy Sample is the batter. He's 1 for 1 with a double on the day and right at first base with 2 down. And he is going to be out. So that brings up Dan Meyer for the A's here in the top of the 6th. We're going to the 6th in a 1-1 game between these two offensively challenged teams. And you know they're offensively challenged because McCatty and Comer were not all that great in 1982. Tony Armas is the batter. 1 for 2 today is Mr. Armas. And he's going to hit the ball in the hole between short and third. He gets a base hit and Wayne Gross is up. Now I said Wayne Gross, not a big hitter guy, but he had a good eye. He would walk a lot. But right here, he just hit a home run, maybe? Did he hit a home run? Yes, he did. He hit a 2-run home run. Just as I'm insulting the guy, he decides to go deep on me, and then Burroughs decides, hey, I'm going to get in on that action too. And, yeah, back-to-back home runs, and they're telling me Comer's tired. Well, I'm believing it. Because it's 4-1 now. All of a sudden, it went from 1-1 to 2-1. And he walks Lopes. I'm going to keep him out there, see if he can get out of the inning. There is 1 out. Let's try to throw for him and get him. Nope, he's safe. Oh, man, he's trying for third. They're getting greedy. And he's safe, too. Oh, man, they really want me to take Comer out of the game. And he is tired, but I'm going to at least try to see if he can get out of this inning. I don't think that's probably going to be possible. And that's a double that scores the run, and it's 5-1. Stanley is up. Just got to get 2 outs, man. Get 2 outs. He's got 1 of the 2 outs, and now he only needs 1 more, and Ricky Henderson at the plate. And he walks. So Dwayne Murphy is up with 2 on. I mean, these A's hitters are not good hitters. So even if you're tired, you should be able to get some of them out. Is that an out? And it is. He got it. So thank God he got it. It's 5-1. And Buddy Bell is the batter. Now we're down by 4 because they put up a 4 spot in the 6th. And this is the bottom of the 6th. We got to see if we can do the same to McCatty. That's all there is to it. Hostetler is up. He's 1 for 2. Of course, every time I do these one-off games using Strat-O-Matic computer baseball, I always lose. Almost always. My record is like 1-98 in these types of games. Larry Parrish is 2 for 2 with a double. Let's see if he can get me something to spark this comeback. He does get a single, and so Lamar Johnson is up. And he's going to get a base hit. And I'm going to hold the runners because I need runs. I need base runners and runs. Sundberg is the batter. McCatty deals. And is that going to be a base hit? Nah, looks like a fly out to Murphy. And it is. And now I will go to our bullpen. And I will bring in, let's see, Dave Schmidt. He was a reliever, wasn't he, for at least part of the time? Yes, he was. So we'll bring in Dave Schmidt. I mean, it's not like I'm playing a season here, so I don't have to worry about when the next time Dave Schmidt's going to start is. And he allows a fly ball, looks like to Parrish, and that is one away. Meyer's gone, one down. Armas coming up 2 for 3 today. He's been a fire in our face all day long. And he walks, and so now Wayne Gross is the batter. He, of course, had a 2-run home run the last time he hit the plate. Let's see what he does here. He singles up the middle. The guy, I talked about how he can't hit, and he said, well, I'll show you how I can't hit. I'm going to throw for the runner. No, he's still safe. I mean, it was over 50% chance, but still. So Burrows is up. And that's going to be a ground ball, and it's a base hit. So Dave Schmidt comes in, and he just throws a little gasoline on an already raging fire. And that's going to be a fly out by Davey Lopes to Sample, and that is 2 down. So Mike Heath is up. He's 2 for 3 today with a double. And Burrows at first base, and that looks like it'll be an out. But now we're down 7-1. We're down 7-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Mike Richard, the batter. And he is out. That brings up Bucky Dent. No, he wasn't out. Richard got aboard, but Dent is out, and he hit into a double play. So Wright is up with 2 down here in the 7th. And that looks like it might be a base hit. Nope, it's an out. So Fred Stanley is the batter here in the top of the 8th. We're losing 7-1. We got Schmidt out there on the mound in relief of Comer, who was pitching great until he allowed a big 4-run inning in the 6th. And then Schmidt decided to give up 2 of his own in the 7th. And now Ricky Henderson is up with 1 down. And that looks like it'll be an out. And it is. And Dwayne Murphy, I think one of the big differences in this game is that the A's have speed, and we really don't. And that will be an out. And, that takes us to the bottom of the 8th, where Billy Sample, 1 for 2 with a double today. We got to have 6 runs to get back into this. And like I said, my record in these one-off games is horrible. I think the computer knows. Hey, we're not going to let this guy win. I mean, we're just not. Buddy Bell is up with 1 down. And that's going to be an out. And that's 2 down quickly for Dave Hostetler. And Dave Hostetler, I went to school with a guy named Mike Hostetler. That's going to be a fly out to center field. And we're going to the 9th inning. Dan Meyer, and I'm leaving Schmidt out there because, we're already down 6. If they pile it on, I don't think this offense is getting 6 runs in the 9th. I mean, come on. 2 for 3 Armas is, and he's out. 2 for 4 is Wayne Gross today, with one of those being a 2-run home run. And he is going to ground out. No, he's not. He gets another base hit. My God. All right, so Jeff Burrows, who is another fire in our face, he's 3 for 4. And he got out, though, and it's Davey Lopes, who's 1 for 3 today with runners at the corners. And that looks like it could be an out. And no, it's not. So another run comes aboard, and it's 8-1 with Mike Heath, who's 2 for 4 with a double. And that's going to be an error. We commit an error. I mean, this is just really the craziest, baddest game in Texas's history. And they had to play it when I was deciding to take them. Is Fred no, he walks Fred Stan. I don't know if it's not telling me Schmidt's tired, so maybe this is just Schmidt's crappy. Is that an out? No, it's not an out. He allows another run in. It's 10-1. I probably missed one in there somewhere, but anyway. And that's going to be a long, deep ball, maybe a double. Yeah. I'm going to just, it doesn't really matter what I decide to do. It's 13-1 here. So Dan Meyer up at the plate. Is he out? So yes, he is. Thank God. And so Larry Parrish is up here to lead off the bottom of a ninth inning where we are not going to get 12 runs. You can mail that one in. He's 3 for 3, though, with a double. He's having a great day. He's out. But Lamar Johnson comes up at 1 for 3 with 1 out. And that is going to be a walk. So Jim Sundberg is aboard. And I don't know why we're trying at this point, but that's going to be an out. And is it a double play? No. So Mike Richard is up with 2 down and a man at first. We're down 13-1. And is that going to be a base hit or an out? It looks like a fly out to Henderson. And that is exactly what it is. McCatty goes the distance. We're going to get the box score. This should be a funny-looking box score for us. Very funny. Up until the 6th inning, we were doing well. We were right there. It was 1-1, and then Comer just fell apart. Overall, he gave up 10 hits and 5 earned runs in 6 innings. And then Schmidt decided to give up 8 earned runs in 3 innings. And, there you can see what the batters were. We had some good hitters in our lineup. Parrish was 3 for 4. Lamar Johnson was 1 for 3. Sample was 1 for 3. But, you only score 1 run. Just the fact that we only scored 1 run, that was bad enough. But we gave up 13. So anyway, that was a very amusing game, and that is going to be it for me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke.